Yeah, dude, 100%, bro. And now, got the whole squad rocking, which is dope, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now I want to kind of transition. This is going to be good. I'm really excited about this conversation because I don't know a lot of this stuff about you, and that's why I like these combos. So, just so for context, y'all, for people that are watching, Zay is like, yo, if you got something new, bro, let me know. So, like anything new,
Yeah.
we go and roll it out to Zay first, typically, because he's like, bro, I'll rip it. So I want to start. We'll start with the IULs. You ran the text verify IULs. I
Yep.
want you to talk a little bit about your experience, the good, the bad, what you like. Obviously, you wrote a banger policy, but kind of, I guess for an agent that's watching, yo, I want to run the text verified IUL leads. What was your experience? I know you only did one pack, but you could give them kind of your
Yeah.
context on it, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. So I've only bought one like text verified IUL pack. I've also bought a trucker IUL pack, like, and we can talk about those separately. But for just the text verified IULs, like literally the first lead that came in, I sold, it was a his and hers. His policy was 500 a month, hers was 300 a month. So that was like a little bit shy of 10K AP just from like the first lead that I got. So obviously I was like, oh shoot, like this is fire, like whatever. Get down the lead pack and actually let me open them up on my phone. Cause like once I can see the lead pack, then I know I'm like, okay, it'll like remind me of like
Yeah,
what actually
100%.
happened.
Please, that's a
So
great
hold on.
concept.
Verified IUL. Okay. So like I got 34 leads in total. My first one was like that 10K AP. There's been a couple people that I just haven't even gotten on the phone yet. Like genuinely, I haven't even talked to them. I had a lot of people who were like super solid callbacks and like people that honestly just over time I forget to follow up with. So it's like honestly that I could probably rip back through that sheet again, to be honest. But like the first lead definitely paid for the whole lead batch. That was cool. I sold another lead. It was like lead 33. So like right towards the end. And I believe hers was pretty decent too. I think hers was maybe like 150 a month or something. So like definitely enough to like, okay, like that was sick. Those are the only two leads that I actually ended up selling. But I
Mhm.
had six conversations where I had like where we were like we went through the whole process. They just genuinely wanted to think and talk it over with probably like whoever, wife or whatever. But there's a lot of people where like we went through the full application, like social, banking, everything. And they were just like, okay, like before like we fully submit it, like let's pump the brakes, let me go have a conversation. And I just never ended up closing and finishing up the deal. And that's six different people. So I think like honestly, and that was my first time ever running like a real IUL batch of anything. So I feel like that they were honestly not even that bad. Like I don't exactly remember how much I spent on it, but I know that AP'd like 12K,
Right.
probably more than that. So yeah, I mean, they were good. I just think that like the real bread and butter for me were the vets, and they were like, I was like, if it's not broke, don't really fix it.
I'll fix it. I want to, and we're gonna get to that. Dude, I feel like and I'm just taking a swing here, but I'm gonna let you like correct me. I feel like you're good at selling life insurance. And it makes me even more confident to say that because I genuinely didn't know that you're really only like 7, 8 months solid into this thing. But
Yeah.
take me a step back, bro. Like, what made you even like want to just hop into it? And the fact that you even sold too, I guess I'm trying to understand for the agent that's watching that's like, oh, I'm super scared. I don't want to try a new lead type, whatever it is. Like, can you walk us through like how did you get to the point where you're like, yeah,
Oh,
I'll rip this or like how do we get there, bro?
yeah.
I love that. Like,
Yeah, 100%. Well, honestly, like the cool thing about Agent Lead Lab is I forget like what the exact metrics are, but like for your FEX leads, your vets, your IULs, you guys do have an average AP. You guys have an average of like, okay, like this is what the average person is closing off of this lead. I appreciate that a lot. And like for me, that's like, I don't know. Honestly, like people in the office, they kind of like poke fun at me like a little bit because like I'm down to buy whatever lead type and try out any lead. Like I don't care. Like I'll rip whatever as long as I feel like I understand it and I'm actually going to get on the phone with someone and I can actually help them out. Then I'll
Mhm.
I'll rip whatever lead. I don't care. So for me, I was always super interested in the IUL space because typically with veterans, they're all on a fixed income. They're not probably going to be spending like more than $300 a month. Like that's pretty rare. For IULs, the thing that really intrigued me was these people are typically still working. And these people are going to use this insurance for a couple different reasons rather than just paying for a funeral like a veteran.
Right.
So people are usually willing to put a little bit more money where their mouth is, especially when you're still bringing in a decent amount of income. So I was like, okay, if I can get in front of someone who's still working, who's still bringing in money, and who can kind of plan out what this policy will be for, and like have a real reason to need it beyond just having a high death benefit, then like, okay, like let me get in front of that person and just see what happens. Cause like in my brain, if someone brought me, like if I didn't know anything about an IUL and someone talked to me about one, it would seem like a no brainer. Like I'm married. If I got an illness and I needed a part of my death benefit to pay for my bills, I would use that. If
Right.
I wanted to build cash value, like because I don't have like real investments in the stock market, like yeah, like that's a super safe way to like build cash value. And also, God forbid something happen, like my wife's taken care of, like that's literally a no brainer. So I'm like, okay, like let me get in front of someone and talk to them about this because I don't really like, and you bring up like me being like a good salesman. I don't really think I'm that good of a salesman. I just think that the product genuinely sells itself. Like all I have to do is answer questions about the product and the product will sell itself. So yeah, I mean the IULs and like stuff like that, like they're great. I just think that like in my opinion, the people that like I can just talk to are like these sweet old grandmas and the veterans. Like I'll chop it up with a veteran for a minute. And but no, like the IULs are great. Like so for the person who I guess who's listening, who's like debating about the lead type, like my question would be like, do you see the value in a policy like that? Like
That's yeah, yeah.
like if you think that a policy like that would be valuable to you, then obviously that valuable or that policy would be valuable to someone else. Like, and that's just the facts. Like, so yeah, I think for an agent who's thinking, okay, like what lead should I run? Like, can I try this or that lead? Like, I would say try out a lead if you think it would actually help someone and you could see yourself like benefiting if you had this put in place. It's that
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love that, bro. I mean, I think the fact that you do keep things so simple is part of the reason why you can sell different leads. Because even like the truckers, like when I had mentioned something about you, you're like, dude, I'll try those. And like
Yeah.
everything, you're just like, I'll try. And I'm like, I rock with that. But I also think that's genuinely because I think you're just like, I'm just going to take care of this person as long as I have a general understanding of what it does and I'm not lying or being manipulative, but I'm telling this person the truth about what's going to happen. Then
Yeah,
like we should be all right, you know? And I mean, I
for
think that's
sure.
the name of the game when it comes across. Any touching points on like the truckers and your experience with them? Because I know you sold a handful of those and those weren't even
I did.
text verified, bro. I don't know if you had
Yeah,
anything to
I
share.
definitely, I definitely had more success with the truckers than I did the regular IULs. I
Yeah.
also just think because like trucker IULs right now are such a hype that like if you get on the phone with a trucker, like they're gonna know exactly what you're talking about, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, like tell me more. Like my buddy has this, my two buddies have this. Like I want one. Like tell me more. Like I had a veteran lead. I closed him. He was a veteran. He was a younger veteran, but he was literally a truck driver. I closed him like 2, 3 months ago. He calls me back. He says, Isaiah, like, can I get one of the trucker IUL? I was like, dude, we already got you an IUL. He's like, no, like I want a trucker IUL. He's like, my friend had one and I want one. I was like, all right, let me break this down for you, Ruben. Like, and I had to go through the whole process and broke it down for him. I'm like, dude, like, you're good. Like, we already got you set up. Like, I was already thinking like for why you actually needed the policy, and we already got you set up for building cash value. We already got you set up for a high death benefit. Like you're good. And then
Right.
he's like, oh, okay. Like, okay, that makes sense. And so after that, like he was good. But yeah, like I have people like that and they're just veterans. So like the trucker IULs, in my opinion, I had more success with because they literally sell themselves. And
Mm.
so it's like, it doesn't make any sense to have, I guess in my opinion, I was leaning more towards the truckers because it's like there's also some hype around it. And so like if you can,
Yeah, that's
people
true.
buy hype all the time, you know? So I think let me pull up my trucker sheet. Hold on. I'll tell you like how many policies I sold because I think I got 50 leads and they weren't text verified. So like I had a couple of like replacements from bad numbers or something like that, but they weren't actually that bad. But I sold one, two, three, four. I sold four policies, but one of them was a his and hers. So I sold like five policies, like one in every 10 leads. I was selling someone, and the AP was super high because truckers actually make pretty good money. Like I
Right.
was selling, I think like my smallest one was for 2,400 AP. So like they were actually fire. Now, yeah, I guess for that person too, who's probably like listening, trying to figure out like what lead, it's like, bro, like, do you think that like there's enough hype around the product? Do you think it's actually a good product and that like it would take care of them? Now, like the trucker script that I was running, I thought was super good. Like
Yeah.
we have a really good trucker script that like built a ton of value around the product, and like it really like hit on like the why, like why you actually need this. And like once you got someone past that, like they were pretty stupid to say no. And we do have some people who are like, no, like I just need to think about it. It's like, all right, bro. Like there's not a whole lot more value I can build around the product. You just probably weren't a buyer. And that's okay.
Yeah. No, 100%, bro. I'm gonna have to get that trucker script off you and give it to some people. Cause dude, you just like I'm telling you, bro, you be running leads, bro. You're like, yeah, bro, I'll rip it. And you just come up with sales. I'm like, this dude's nice.